Through the entirety of this course, I've pondered what it is exactly that creates such an intense admiration for me as the student to the subject matter discussed in lecture. Although it can be argued that studying alien conspiracy theories and the evolution of pop art is already way more interesting than, say, calculus or British literature, I think there's another factor that contributes to that credibility, something seemingly so obvious, yet hidden below the surface. The conclusion of this course brought us full circle to advertising. It was there I realized that each section, each topic, each celebrity, each story, and each individual history was being advertised and sold or disregarded to each of us accordingly. I fell in love with this realization that each of us, by simply being our own unique individual, are able to glamorize the mundane in a way that differs entirely from the perspectives of others. If we're lucky, we can create profit off of those realizations. And that's the idea that caused me to change my entire career path. It's because of this class I know I want to advertise. So when I make it big, let's call this my inspiration, my origin story, my muse, my advertisement for life, if you will. Without further ado, let's get to it. From the University of California say that subliminal messaging is the most effective when the message that is being conveyed is negative. Unfortunately, when we see a message that's either deprecating to ourselves or others, whether we realize it or not, it stays with us longer than if the message were positive. And I bring this up because it is the most apparent in the area of advertising. These facts are extremely unfortunate, as I, along with many other people, have come in contact with an advertisement that has changed the way I perceived something about either myself or something else that I might have not had a negative connotation about prior to the message. I interviewed a few of my friends and family members to see if they felt the same way about negative advertising and to what extent these messages had affected their lives. Okay, can you name one example of an advertisement that has had a negative impact on your life?
Well, ever since I was little, this is kind of one of the first things that I remember in the terms of like negative advertisements, but just that all the Victoria's Secret models were always super tall and super skinny, and as a little short girl with a tummy, I was always like, why don't I look like that? I'm supposed to look like that. And I think it kind of set like a societal expectation for girls, and it's not super realistic for people who just aren't born that way.
One day we were in a car and we passed a billboard with a girl, and she was so sad because she had to have surgery. And then she woke up, she looked around her body where she had the surgery. She was happier than ever.
So why is that a sad billboard? Is that because she was only happy after her surgery?
Yes.
You use like slang words to define a kid that may have a disability, and really like it's like the opposite of that, and they're actually extraordinary.
Research has shown that for every negative thought we personalize, it takes 5 times that number of positive thoughts to override and otherwise reassure ourselves of that original negativity. So in contrast, I asked a few of the same people what advertisements they associated with a positive memory. Additionally, I was interested in finding out what the people I'm closest to value the most when coming in contact with advertising. Can you think of an example of an advertisement that has made a significant impact on your life choices?
When I was applying for colleges on the Common application, I saw a video ad for Miami University, and their slogan is Love and Honor, and they made a video about just the community on their campus and how important that is to them, and it really influenced my decision to even apply there, and now that's where I'm committed.
When I was like 10 years old, the advertisement for Fast 5, actually, like when I saw it, there was just like so much going on, so much action. I was like, yeah, I gotta go to the movie and see that.
One of my favorite commercials is, there's the Diet Dr. Pepper one, and it goes like this. There's a little guy, and he has a Diet Dr. Pepper can in his hand, and it goes like this. Diet Dr. Pepper, try it.
So do you like it because it's funny?
Yes.
Okay.
And I also like pop.
So it means something to you?
Yeah.
Okay. In order to create the best advertisement for my client, I realized I didn't even know what I would look for in an advertisement. Then I thought I could take some clues from the title of this course, Creativity in American Culture. I needed some help though as to what those terms mean, as many of them can be defined by individual interpretation.
I would say thinking outside the box.
Creativity is not thinking outside of the box because that's what everybody would define it as, and therefore that would not be the creative answer. Creativity is stepping outside of the square, if you ask me. It's sticking to your own script, and not following, expectations.
I think that creativity in itself is really beautiful because it does give people this really interesting way of expressing themselves, and I don't know. I think it's a really beautiful concept, and I love seeing people's art. And I wish there was more of an emphasis on that kind of stuff.
I define creativity as the means to express yourself in a unique way.
To me, culture is a identity that many decide to champion. It can be subtle, it can be loud. It is defined by a set of experiences that are derived from, either a generation, a nationality, a ethnicity. It is basically the standards of which you define yourself.
Tradition and things passed down, things people hold on to that give them a sense of who they are, and and stability in their skin and being themselves.
Kind of like a way of life. It's what you represent. It's morals. It's food. It's your upbringing. It's traditions. It's things that I would be proud of passing on to my children from generation to generation.
With these themes in the back of my head, I wanted to see how they were represented in something as simple as a walk through my neighborhood. The first few examples of advertising I saw weren't anything spectacular, but they were definitely an interesting twist on just what would have been a regular old road sign. However, as my journey progressed, I began to notice how many signs were advising me against something. There were a ton of no's, a million stops, a multitude of do nots, an absolutely no, and worst of all, a reminder that calories are a thing. I understand that most of these are just simple road signs advising us for what we believe is the safest option, but it made me wonder how much of this we transfer into our subconscious. It's important to obey the rules, but constantly being told no can take a negative toll on our personalities and can lead to many more depressive undertones. In order to combat this negativity, let's focus on the stuff that everybody wants to see, like a dog advertising our favorite movie, or a pole that encourages us to explore. Maybe a planter that portrays a really encouraging message, or a mural that commemorates the city that you know and love.
As a consumer and as a mom, it's important to me the relationship with the company and how they care for the buyer.
I want to see more advertising that encourages individuality individuality more and creativity and self-expression over uniformity.
I like advertising that makes me want to dance, like do the floss or shake my booty. I want commercials for me.
So, whatever it is that you advertise, make it the best stuff on earth. Make it spirited, make it sweet, make it about sports, or maybe about sharks. Make it about superheroes, or you can make it into a street mural, or two, but make them spectacular. Make your message strong. Make it rock, or maybe pop if that's more your speed. Make it a reflection of the past, of either history or maybe of the present. Whatever it is that you choose to make it a work of art. Because ultimately, it's your life, and despite all of the negatives, it's a damn good one. I hope when you reflect on this class, you're able to remember how it left you feeling inspired. And in 10 years from now, if you watch this video, I hope you're able to claim everything that you advocated for. If you've done that, then you've really learned what it means to express your creativity in American culture.